3 days ago, as of the time I'm writing this, Jack Orange created the full scenario of what if BFDI had an Underdogs season. This season is called BFDIU, short for Battle for Dream Island Underdogs. And unlike Season 6, this season follows chronological order. This episode takes place after Teapot ends, sometime in 2027 or 2028. The host of the season is X. This season will contain 24 contestants. All of them either had not enough screen time or were eliminated early. X doesn't know what the prize is yet, but he promises it will be really worth it. Surprisingly, all of the episodes will have contestant votes. This means just like BFDIE, the voters have no say on who they want to leave or not, but X still has viewer votes, and they're for the same purpose as BFDIE's viewer votes. Canonically, the purpose is unknown, but some claim that the purpose is to determine the winner. The competing contestants are Spongy, Medj, Hot Dog, Beach Ball, Rose, Dora, Puffball, Bracelety, Robati, Loser, 8-Ball, Sapey, Fire Jr., Balloony, Taco, Pie, 40, Saw, Cloudy, Nelly, Remote, Clock, Lightning, and Cake. X lets everyone choose the teams. But instead of splitting everyone into 2 teams of 12, Jack Orange splits everyone into 3 teams of 8. The first team consists of Dora, Rose, Bracelety, 40, Medj, Sapey, Taco, and Saw. The second team consists of 8-Ball, Puffball, Beach Ball, Cloudy, Balloony, Lightning, Remote, and Cake. And the third team consists of Spongy, Fire Jr., Nelly, Robati, Hot Dog, Loser, Clock, and Pie. Jack Orange decides some names for the teams. Team 1 is called the Outskirts, Team 2 is called the Floaters, and Team 3 is called Stupid. The first contest is to race across a balance beam and ring the bell at the other end. The first team to have all of their members ring the bell is safe, and the other team is up for elimination. Flyers cannot carry their teammates. The first person to ring the bell is Puffball, who is a member of the Floaters. Despite being the 11th person to touch the bell, Spongy falls into the water. Taco, Dora, Rose, Puffball, Cloudy, Lightning, Beach Ball, Balloony, Loser, and Clock already rang the bell before that happened. Spongy actually restarts and rings the bell again after 20 others have already rang the bell. Those being Taco, Dora, Rose, Bracelety, Medj, Saw, 40, Puffball, Cloudy, Lightning, Beach Ball, Balloony, Remote, Cake, Loser, Clock, Fire Jr., Hot Dog, Pie, and Nelly. And at the end of the contest, the Outskirts were marked as first, Seymour was marked as second, and the 40s were put up for elimination. Cake voted 8-Ball, Remote voted Beach Ball, Puffball voted Cloudy, but she actually voted Cake. 8-Ball voted Cloudy, but he actually voted Cake as well. Beach Ball voted Cake, Cloudy voted Cake, and Lightning voted Cake. Cake already had 5 votes, so Balloony's decision won't change anything. Balloony also voted Cake. This was a big surprise considering I actually liked him. Jack Orange said it was because Cloudy was the only one on the Floaters that was not a ball or a flyer, so he was an easy target to be picked on by the other contestants. None of the contestants from the other teams voted. If this was a viewer vote, 8-Ball would probably have been eliminated instead. Now let's move on to BFDIU 2. The second contest is a scavenger hunt. The team with the worst loot is up for elimination. Of all the contestants, Balloony, Sapey, Saw, 8-Ball, Loser, and Clock turned up nothing. Without rating the items they collected, Jack Orange puts the Floaters in first place, the Outskirts in second place, and Stupid up for elimination. Puffball found a gold medal, Beach Ball found a chest, Cloudy found a totem, Balloony found a battery, Lightning found a win token, and Remote found a basketball. Rose found a drink, Dora found an emerald, 40 found a pentagon, Taco found a key, and I don't even know what Medj found. Fire Jr., Pie, Hot Dog, and Nelly found rocks. Robati found a star, and Spongy found a can. Nelly and Fire Jr. both voted each other. Pie voted Fire Jr. Hot Dog voted Nelly. Loser somehow voted himself. Clock voted Spongy. Robati voted Loser. And Spongy voted Loser. I thought only one person hadn't voted yet, but we already got 8 votes, meaning Loser stupidly got himself out. But according to Jack Orange, he actually felt guilty and told Clock, Robati, and Spongy to vote him out. Everyone listened except for Clock, who voted Spongy. Loser proclaims that if Nelly Jr. and Fire Jr. have to stay in the game, they must work out their differences. Now it's time for BFDIU 3. Nelly and Fire Jr. are surprisingly reluctant to work things out. Medj and Sapey are starting to become closer friends, leaving 40 left out. Taco, Saw, and Dora have created an alliance. The third contest is Dodgeball. The first team to be wiped off is up for elimination. Surprisingly, Nelly and Fire Jr., the last 2 members of Stupid, are wiped out at the same time, putting Stupid up for elimination for the second time in a row. Taco and Sapey are the last 2 members of the Outskirts, and 8-Ball and Beach Ball are the last 2 members of the Floaters. Nelly and Fire Jr. vote each other again. Pie votes Fire Jr., and Hot Dog votes Nelly. Clock votes Nelly, and Spongy votes Fire Jr. Fire Jr. and Nelly are tied with 3 votes. If Robati votes either one of them, that contestant will be eliminated. Otherwise, it's a 2-way tie. For some reason, Robati votes Nelly, meaning Nelly is eliminated. This also means the rivalry ends with a victory for Fire Jr. Spongy was the only one Nelly actually convinced to vote Fire Jr., and Robati decided to vote alongside Clock. Nelly feels betrayed by the rest of Stupid, which has the first team with 6 members of the season. It's time for BFDIU 4. Clock regrets voting Nelly, but the Floaters are still trying to figure out the intricacies of their dynamics. The 4th contest is both contests of the 15th episode of Battle for Dream Island combined. The team with the worst taco is up for elimination. Everyone is either struggling to balance or throwing vomit at the other team. The Outskirts somehow lose their taco, so they turn in taco instead. X likes this, so he gives it a 5. The Floaters taco is somehow burned out and covered in barf, so X rates it a 3. The Outskirts are already guaranteed to be safe. Either the Floaters or the Stupid will be up for elimination. In order to be safe, Stupid's score must be 4 or more. With Fire Jr. and Hot Dog on sabotage duty, Spongy aces the contest, putting the Floaters up for elimination. Lightning has a chance to use his win token. Puffball votes Remote, and Remote votes 8-Ball. Beach Ball votes Remote. Lightning votes 8-Ball. 8-Ball votes Remote. Cloudy votes 8-Ball. And surprisingly, Balloony votes 8-Ball, meaning 8-Ball was eliminated. 8-Ball was the first exit or eliminated this season. Puffball voted Remote because she felt what what Jack Orange called in touch with the rest of the balls. Puffball's plan is seen as a betrayal by Lightning, Remote, Quaddy, and Balloony. Quaddy wanted revenge, but Lightning wanted to vote 8-Ball out because of his toxic leadership. This was a shocker to the other balls, and Lightning cuts ties with Puffball alongside Cloudy. But Puffball doesn't see this as a big deal. Now it's time for BFDIU 5. Spongy and Pie plan to get Clock and Robot on their side. Jack Orange says that Puffball and Beach Ball are the outs. I don't know what that means. Lightning practically becomes the leader of the floaters, and 40 connects with Rose and Bracelety. The 5th contest is archery. The team with the best bullseyes wins, and the team with the fewest bullseyes is up for elimination. Fiery Jr. is the first person to get a bow icon, but instead of cutting to her body, it cuts the beach ball after Spongy. Rose somehow is the first one to get a second one. This means that the bow icon represents a bullseye. Jack Orange ends the contest after 22 bullseyes and puts the outskirts up for elimination for the very first time, even though their time with Stupid at 6 bullseyes. Rose had 2 bullseyes. Match, Sippy, Taco, and Saw had 1. For the floaters, Lightning and Remote had 3 bullseyes, while Balloony and Beach Ball had 2. As for Stupid, Pie had 3 bullseyes, while Fire Jr. and Spongy and either Robot or Clock had 1. Taco votes Dora, but actually votes Match. Match votes Bracelety, but her vote instead goes to Taco. Stapy votes Bracelety, but his vote actually overshoots Bracelety and goes to Taco. Saw votes Dora, but she actually voted Match. Dora votes herself, but she actually voted Match. Bracelety votes herself, but she actually voted Taco. 40 votes Taco, but instead of giving enough time for about a 2, Rose votes Taco, meaning Taco is eliminated. Taco is a fan favorite, so this was very surprising. Match and Taco fought for dominance. Stapy successfully convinced 40 to go on Match's side, and brought Rose and Bracelety along with them, meaning Taco was doomed. This was also a big blow to Saw and Dora. And now it's time for BFDIU 6. 40 regrets siding with Stapy, and is said to still have animosity towards Match. But Balloony is getting to become friends with Lightning and Remote, as Clock and Robot form an alliance. The 6th contest is the 7th contest of Season 1. The Progress is completely skipped, but the outskirts take 1st place, the Floaters take 2nd place, and Stupid is up for yet another elimination. Spongy votes Fiery Jr. Fiery Jr. retaliates. Pie votes Fiery Jr. Hot Dog votes Spongy, and Clock votes Spongy. If Robot votes Fiery Jr., it will be a 2-way tie. Otherwise, Spongy is eliminated. There was a long gap between Hot Dog and Clock's votes, but there was no thick gap between Clock and Roboti's votes. And both voted Spongy, meaning Spongy is eliminated. Surprisingly, according to Jack Orange, after Nelly got eliminated, Fiery Jr. became the leader of Stupid. Spongy actually managed to convince Pie to be on his side, but not Clock and Robot Jr., who didn't listen to him. I've been through almost 8 minutes and 7 minutes, and my KineMaster doesn't like long videos anymore. And the video is 3 minutes and 5 seconds, so my recap will be divided into several parts, so part 1 will end here.